Hello, peoples. Hello, peoples. It is I, Mr. K31, aka Keno, here on Tank Nation. And we here in the gorgeous scenery of, can you see those hills in the background there? Y'all can see those hills over yonder. Can y'all see those hills over yonder? And then there's hills over yonder as well too. So we here in West Virginia, and I decided let's pull the camera out and just have a little discussion, some food for thought, or just having some conversation. So we here in West Virginia, and I've been here since Thursday of last week. So today is Monday, and I'm leaving out of here on Tuesday. So I've been sitting. So we're going to talk about uncomfortable decisions. We're going to talk about making uncomfortable. But before we get into that, look at that over there. Oh my goodness. Is that gorgeous way over there? Can y'all see that background? Y'all see all that background over there? Okay. I'm a nature person, so I just really enjoy this beautiful nature all over the world. Making uncomfortable decisions. So you may ask, did you say you've been sitting since last Thursday? Yes, I have. By choice, I made that decision. It was an uncomfortable decision, but it put me in an uncomfortable position, or disposition. Kind of, sort of. I would have rather been back on the Gulf Coast, riding a motorcycle, hanging out on the beach, possibly doing some fishing, or doing some other vlogging, or coming up with a more constructive game plan for the future, or something like that. Or watch some movies or went bowling. So I decided, so what happened was, in the trucking industry right now, I don't know about all the trucking industry, but in the tanker side of it, mostly hazardous materials, it is slow. So, and I was talking with some other drivers, drive in as well as some reefers, and they said it was slow on their end as well. Not for everybody, but for some people, business is slow. I can't say overall because I don't know the statistics overall, but it's slow. So one good portion that I have is, on my side, I've been blessed that everything is paid for, including the big truck. All vehicles, all my toys, everything is paid for. So I don't have overhead. All I have is insurance. And of course maintenance. So what I decided, so I took a load. I've still been running, but it's just been slow. So I took a load last week up here to West Virginia, and I could have went back home on my dime and then possibly waited for a load back on that end. So I decided to wait here to today, since Thursday, and I'll load tomorrow. So I'm hooked up to my trailer. So I'm hooked up over there now, and I head out first thing in the morning to get loaded and taking it to Louisiana. And the game plan is to get about 2 to 3 more loads, at least 2 more loads before the end of the month. So 2 more loads for the end of the month will put me personally, will put me all the way to August. So that'll cover me clean to August. So once again, I don't have all that overhead, so it doesn't, and I live way below what I make. So yes, staying the weekend in my truck over the weekend wasn't as comfortable. So I guess you can say it was an uncomfortable decision. But I was thinking about the long run, the results, or the end result in the long run, as it pertains. Oh wow, what is that? Y'all see that? Well, what is that? A groundhog? Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that thing? What is that? Y'all see it? I'm over here in West Virginia. I don't know what that was. Did it go in the hole? Let's see. Where did it go? It in the hole. Oh, there it go. Can y'all see it? Y'all see it? Whatever that is, y'all see that thing? Y'all see it? Wow, that was cool. Wildlife here on Tech Nation. I don't know. So one thing about it, if I get hungry, we're gonna eat it. So won't be hungry tonight. So where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, let's get this thing off. I ain't got, you know, look at my ugly face while I'm talking. We just walking the grounds here. So this is, as you probably can see, this is tank, a lot of tankers over here. So where was I? Oh yeah, so while I could have went home, so I went ahead and sat just so I can grab this load, which will guarantee. I never say something's guaranteed until I got the load on my back and I get it delivered. Then I can say it's money in the bank. So I never say guaranteed. But once this load is completed, then last week and this week load here will cover my living expenditures and business expenditures that'll cover me all through July. So once again, even though things are slow, I always live below what I make, and it's so important that I live way below. So once again, I wasn't buying any more new toys or anything, so I've been downsizing because I'm getting ready for retirement, to fully retire, to start a whole new juncture in my life. So I was already preparing for that, so that was nothing. It didn't catch me off guard, you know. Met a real cool gentleman there. It's real cool gentleman there. Another truck driver. We were just discussing the state of trucking and the economy and things like that. So and the economy is always going to go up and down. That's never going to stop. So it's going to always go up and down. So it's a matter of you preparing yourself for what could happen. It's kind of like giving yourself different scenarios of what could happen. Not being pessimistic, but it's being realistic, because things are just different now. Things are just different. I want to say post-COVID, it's just been different. So things have been very different. So once again, I was kind of preparing for worst case scenarios. Once again, not being pessimistic. So I decided to go ahead and stay. And then in life, you know, you have to make some decisions. They're going to be some uncomfortable decisions. It may sometimes put you at a disposition, but you got to think about the long-term effects, or the long-term results or the resolve that you're looking for. So the long-term resolve for me is, you know, we get this load, knock it out. So guess what? That's going to take us clean through July. And then I get a couple more loads. It's going to take me clean through to August. And then we can kind of sit back and see what the economy is going to do. Now, once the economy picks back up again, we dead in it. And we run hard. We go hard, we run hard. But if the economy slows down like it is now, then you know we're okay. It's going to be okay. So we sit tight. Don't make any rational decisions, and continue to stay locked in. And this also is a good time, I'm not saying this particular situation, but if you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, or maybe you can give yourself some type of scenarios and start thinking about creating other streams of income. So that's another thing that I'm sitting on as well too. So outside of trucking, I'm sitting on, and I've created, and I'm steady creating other streams of income. So that's another thing you want to look at. And then later on, I'll start sharing some of that. I didn't want to start sharing too much because I don't want people to think I'm on here bragging, but I just want to show you that I'm pretty simple, I'm pretty easy, not complicated. And if I can do this, anybody can do it. So back once again, it's about making, sometimes you got to make those uncomfortable decisions. And a lot of guys say I wouldn't do that, but I end up spending like $100 with fuel for my inverter, because I don't idle my truck, and food, and then I end up putting new shocks on my truck and some other stuff. So I got some other things taken care of that needed taken care of. So once again, that is it. This is Tank Nation, Mr. K31. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all be great. Give me your face.